Hey everyone, Max Thrust here, and welcome back to episode 2 of Kerbal Space Program Career Mode. I do apologize, it has been awfully long since I made the first episode, but I've been trying to work some stuff out in KSP. So, basically, some of the mods that we were playing on the other one are no longer existent, and I have got us all caught back up to where we originally were at the end of the last episode. So from here, let's go ahead and figure out what contracts we're going to do. All right, in the VAB, let's take a look at what we can do here. Bam. So we have Explore the Moon. We have Haul. You know, somebody was asking a while back how we do some of these test missions. So we probably knock like this one out right here. Science from Around Space. We could go knock that one out. We could knock this one out. Engine and escape trajectory and suborbital. We could do 1, 2, 3, 4 all in one go. So let's go ahead and create a current mission. Create. And so what we'll do is everything that we want to do in this next launch, we will get it set up right here. Alright, so now we can just hop over, clears that out, and let's build something that will test all of this stuff here. So we will grab our, actually, you know what we should do? Let's just load our dragon, because it's already got the flea on it. So we got the flea. How high do we got to go? 220. No, we're not going to be able to do... Is that just a haul? It is just a haul. We might be able to do that. So let's go ahead and put it at 1. Next thing we got... What's this? We got a separator, stack separator. Yep, we can do that. So we're going to put the stack separator on to hit a suborbit of 220. That's not going to be any good. Let's do this. Let's go ahead and slap that on here because it's a test, so we're going to lose the chute. So what we're going to do is go ahead and mount another chute onto this craft. Something like that. We're also, since we're going to be going as high as we are going to get a heat shield. Drop it down to 20. We're going to get our decoupler because we don't need to bring any of this back. And now let's build our rocket that we plan to get to 220. It's going to have a pug. So we will create a place for the pug. So in this case, since we're doing this, let's just go ahead and empty out. No, that'll be fine. We can use this too, because we just have to test this at the launch pad. And then we're gonna go here and build our rockets. And if you're wondering how I do that, when you highlight a part, you just bring it up, and if you hit Alt and tap it, it'll give you whatever you had highlighted. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Let's get a swivel. Will that carry us up? It will carry us up, and that's about where we want to be when it comes to thrust to weight off the pad. I'm looking at this number right here. So this right here should take us, how much do we have? Maybe it won't take us. Why don't we slap, how much thrust to weight does this guy have in atmo? Or out of the atmosphere. That's not good either. We're gonna have to rethink this. I think we're gonna go with no fuel. We'll just bring this with us. And that still doesn't give the pug a whole lot of go, does it? But with the less weight, we should have a lot more delta V. So that should be fine there. Oh, and we can add more fuel here. So let's do that. There we go. Perfect. So there is our ship. We got Jeb is going to be our pilot. Let's see, flight at Kerbal orbit. He's gone to orbit already. Let's go ahead and let Val go up there. And we'll leave the name there, that's fine. I'm not going to save it. So let's make sure we have everything. We're going to test this. We have a pug. We're going to get science. And we have the flea. Alright, so our first order of business is to get on the launch pad. Alright, now that we're on the pad, let's go ahead and go to our current missions so we can see what we're doing here. And there we are. So let's see, we need to test the pug first. So let's go ahead and right click on it, run tests, and then go ahead and shut engine off. So now we have that one. The next one is going to be a haul the flea, which is this guy right here. So let's go ahead and get this thing off the ground in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We have liftoff. I'm gonna watch our thrust to weight here. I don't want to fight against the atmosphere, so while we're under 10,000 meters, I'm going to kind of adjust my throttle down and keep us in the 1.4 to 1.35 range, somewhere right around there. With us only doing suborbital, I'm not going to worry about trying to lean over too much, because we are just going up and coming back down. So we'll probably get to about the 45-degree mark is where we want to be at. So we are in the range now. 250 meters per second is our minimum. We will most definitely get to that here shortly. I try to stay under 300 meters per second in the 10,000 and less altitude. Sometimes you can't help it, but and there we go, we got our next mission, so that one is completed. When we hit 10,000, I will go ahead and throttle us up to full power again, and there we go. And then we'll just slowly kind of lean over to the 45-degree mark. Ever so slightly. Very, very nicely. You want to watch out how hard you lean, because that causes us to flip out. So we should get up to space. Our APOAP should at least reach 70 kilometers with this single stage. Oh, there we go. A little heating starting up, totally fine. Main engine cutoff. Let's go ahead and release. Now I've already staged that, so I'm just going to reactivate it. And we are going to keep pushing up to probably about 225 kilometers is where we want to get to. When we start getting closer, I'm going to lean over more horizontally, so that way when we come back into the atmosphere, we have a longer time in the atmosphere to slow ourselves down. So if any of you guys are wondering why when you go straight up and you come back down and you end up burning up or you slam into the ground, it's because you're going at the shortest distance through the atmosphere. So you want to elongate your trajectory and let your craft burn longer in the atmosphere. And that'll help you slow down a little bit. So we are coming up, we are at 129 kilometers. We have 950 delta V left. So probably right around, I don't know, 190, 180, I'll start leaning over to 0 and start building up the horizontal velocity and losing the vertical velocity. Well, we'll still gain vertical, but it'll slow it down a little bit. And make sure you guys comment below and let me know what you want to see happen during this career mode. Do we try to recover with self-landing like SpaceX style stuff, or do we go fully disposable all the time, little in between? You know, whatever you guys want to see. I'm down for making this a community playthrough, and I'm talking too much and I'm not leaning over, so. And tips. I've played this game for a very long time, but I am in no way, shape, or form going to act like I am a Scott Manley. So, if you guys see something that you think's a good idea for me to try, let me know. Alright, so we are at 227. And that is more than enough. We are in space now, so let's go ahead and grab, yeah, let's just grab this and did I not? I didn't put a transmitter on there. So we have it though. Or I just deleted it. So let's keep that one, and run this just to make sure that we have some form of science attached to our vessel, so we will complete this contract once we make it back. Alright, so let's take a look here. This is the one we want to test right here. Oh no, this is the one we want to test right here. We can actually ditch the stage if we wanted to. So let's go ahead and put this guy down here. And I'm going to speed us up, so... There we go. Alright, let's go ahead and... test. There it is. We have gained that one. And now that we've done that, we are just going to get rid of all of our parts. So I'm going to get rid of that there. And that's going to go bye-bye here in a second as well. So let's go ahead and ditch that. Our parachute is ready. It is charged. I'm going to speed us up, get us down, and get us landed. I think you guys have probably seen enough of our re-entries, so I'm going to just go ahead and cut that out of this so you don't have to sit and watch me burn forever. But I promise to let you know if I blow up for some reason. See you back at the KSC. Well, it was a successful mission. We gained 3/10 of the science, but we did complete the science around Kerbin, so that is a good thing. We have 12 science now. We have room for more contracts, and let's take a look at what we can play with here. A lot of airplane building. Let me know if you guys are interested in the airplane stuff. If you are, I would be happy to do some of this. Let's go ahead and take this because that will go with the airplanes. We can take that, and actually, you know what I can do? We can accept some of these, and I can fly them. Let's go see where this one is, because that can make us a lot of money. I just won't have you guys sit through the whole flight period. I'm going to check the tracking station and see where that one's located. If it's not too far away, then we will definitely take it. And it looks like it's not going to be too far away to... Oh, wait. Never mind. I'm glad we... Well, I could still fly there. It might be good for us to take. I'll just have to load up a heavy plane. Alright, so let's go ahead and grab the @1. And I will just cut out the long, arduous flight. Unless I get an overwhelming response that you guys want to sit for a whole episode watching me fly a plane. If that's the case, then we can definitely do it. So what we're going to do now is go ahead and shoot ourselves into... I do have all the control measures I need. We are going... Where is it at? We can do this one. Survey. Here it is, right here. This is what we want. Current and current. That is what we are shooting for. So what we're going to do here is start fresh because we are going to use a probe. Now on here I do have remote tech, so we are going to use remote tech to help fly this bad boy. And it will be exciting, I guarantee that. So we're going to put this here. And just bring this up a little bit. I should only need a battery, but just for making things even, I will put 2 on. Okay, and we will get a... Oh yeah, another thing too, let me know, do you want to sit through my builds, or do you guys want me to just kind of maybe fast forward the video through it so you can see it, or just skip it altogether? So leave that in the comments too. So that's the engine we're testing. And then from here, we're just going to slap a bunch of engines on, or a bunch of fuel tanks. As many as our swivel will allow us to. 1.28, that is just cutting it. I can still make it with that. How much delta V do we have? Wow, tons of delta V. We might not actually need, you know what, better safe than sorry. We need to test this on the launch pad. So what are we going to name this? This is the, who's paying for this flight? Let's take a look. Jebediah Kerman's Junkyard and Spacecraft Parts. So the Jeb KJSP, oops, KJSPC. It looks Russian. And then let's go ahead and put a couple basic fins on just for a little stability. That should be good right there. And there you guys go. That is going to get us, how much it costs us? 7,400. And this is enough to go to the moon. We could send this to the moon as well. Alright, let's save it and fly it. So here's Kerbal Remote Tech. Almost said something else, but this is Remote Tech. So what I'm going to do is keep it at a 90, and it will actually hold it for me. The onboard computer will do it. In 5. Oh wait, we got to make sure we do all this stuff first. So let's go ahead and go here. We need to test this on the pad. So test. And now let's go ahead and fly. So this is a basic onboard computer. It does do some stuff for you, but Remote Tech definitely puts the challenge into having it. So it's kind of a necessity while you have Remote Tech, and once you learn how to use it, it's very valuable. But it is also one of those things that it's not always right. It's not made to give you detailed, perfect precision. It is made to get you somewhere if you're not actually flying it and you lose connection. And we'll get more into Remote Tech as this Let's Play continues on. So lean over just a little bit more. I'm going to slow us down just a little bit. And we are at 10,000, so let's go ahead and full burn again. And we're probably going to just keep it going right about here until our orbital prograde gets a little closer to us. And then I'm going to switch over and we'll just follow our the orbital prograde. We have 900 meters per second left in this first stage, which is really good. That's probably about good enough right there. At 30 kilometers, we'll switch over and push over to our orbital prograde. There we go. So one thing I do not like is space debris, so we will be turning this around and burning back once we test the engine. And let's just clip this up here so that we can make sure to accomplish that. Okay, this has 3800 delta V in it. So this stage right here is what we're gonna definitely use to do that moon mission, for sure. So as we climb, you guys can see us slowly climbing, and this will just keep getting faster and faster as our speed builds. But we're gonna shoot this thing right out of here. So far so good. Apoap's is coming up to 1,000 kilometers. There we go. And we still have plenty of fuel left. A plethora of fuel left. This thing is booking. Okay, here we come. We're gonna start climbing real fast here, and we're in escape trajectory right now. So I'm gonna go ahead and we're gonna run the test. I'm going to spin us to retrograde, and I'm gonna burn this fuel out and get us flying right back to Kerbin again like a little missile. And this way we just can ensure, I mean, we can already ensure that there's not going to be space debris, but I would prefer to get it as close to Kerbin as possible so that it's not just floating up in the space for very long. And, you know, we don't want to bomb a city with a fuel tank full of liquid oxygen and liquid fuel. Or oxidizer of some kind, whatever they want to use in here. Alright, and we are out. Alright, well, I will see you guys back at the launch pad. Or at least at the KSC. Alright, now that that is traveling back, we are going to do the moon. Or the mun, I should say. We're going to use that exact same craft that we just had. And we are going to, I'm going to show you a little bit about remote tech. So who is paying for us to go to the mun? Alright, so this is just going to be a us mission. We're going to call this the MT because this is the Max Thrust Industries Mun 1. I know, great naming convention, right? And we're going to use this exact same piece of equipment right here. We're going to save it, and we're going to launch it. Let's get rid of these. And let's launch to the mun. What? Oh, yes, we don't have the 909 yet. Nope, no 909 on board. So what we're going to do is take this guy off, and we're going to slap that guy on. And we're going to run it that way with even more delta V. Actually, let's put some more batteries too on because we might have to take a spin around Kerbin once. Alright, there we go. Save it and let's bring up our flight computer. Full throttle. Switch over to current missions. And 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We have liftoff. A disposable rocket that's going to pay us out a fairly good amount of money. Now this we're trying to get orbits, so we will be speeding things up here a little bit. And leaning over towards the 0 prograde. So far everything is going according to plan. Hopefully no flip outs here. And 10,000, we are at 45 degrees, full throttle again. We'll hold it here till I hit about an apoapse of 40. And then once we hit 40, I'll go to 35, and then I'll go to 25, 15, and then 0 is the way we're going to do that. I really hope I get some good feedback from you guys on what you want to see. I stream Kerbal Space Program, but YouTubing it's a little different for me, so some high heat going on here, but I am absolutely not concerned about that in the slightest. Guy just chugging along there. So we will burn here at 0 until we hit about maybe 80 to 90. Actually, you know what we need to do? This is one of those things with remote tech. We're going to come up a little faster because what happens is we will lose signal. So right about there is about as far as we're going to go. And we got to kind of watch, because if we get to we might get too far away and we won't have signal with the Space Center anymore. So this orbit's probably not going to be the best. But we are getting signal from there too. So right now, as you can see, if we did lose this direct line, we will get communication off of that one right there. And we're going to go ahead and burn right here. And I'm just going to hold prograde right now and keep pushing it until we get to actually, you know what, we probably aren't going to do that because we'll get way too off course there. Getting close. And we are in orbit. So now what we're going to do is probably have to do a lap around the Mun because I'm not going to get connection here. So let's go ahead and do that now. Alright, and we're back from doing another lap, and we're just waiting to see the Mun crest over the horizon here, and once we see that, we will start our burn. Where are you, Mun? I feel it. Getting closer and closer, and there it is. Alright, so let us begin our burn. So we are going to go out to 11,400,000 kilometers. So we just are coming up on 1,000 kilometers. Oh, did I say 11,400 kilometers is what I meant to say. I'm thinking meters and talking kilometers. Or is it talking kilometers and thinking meters? Whatever, you know what I'm saying. Let us hope we don't run out of service. Coming up, coming up, coming up. Get up there. All right, we are en route. We have no idea if we're going to hit it. Well, I have a pretty good idea if we're going to hit it. I just don't know if we're going to crash into it. That's the thing, and that's what I want, because I do not want this floating around. So let's speed ahead here and see what happens. And there we go. Bam. Perfect. We have accomplished our mission. And now we will collide into the Mun. So we will end this episode here on a nice moon collision course right into the crater. Maybe. No, I think we're going to miss the crater. No, maybe we're going to hit the crater. Here it comes. And we're going to leave another pothole. Closer, closer. This is Max Thrust. I appreciate you guys watching. Be sure to like and subscribe. Leave some comments below on what you think we need to do next, or where you want to see us go. And you guys have yourself a good one. I'm Max, and I'm out.